we are ready for the 900th Formula One World Championship Grand Prix. 5 lights are on. It's lights out, and away we go. And who's got the best start out of the front? Looks like Rosberg ahead of Hamilton, who will have the inside line into turn 1. Valtteri Bottas just covers off Sergio Perez. Hamilton tries to go down on the inside as Perez locks up, and Hamilton nicks the lead for his teammate Nico Rosberg. It's then Valtteri Bottas losing pace because Felipe Massa has got into 3rd place. We're riding on board now with Jenson Button as Nico Rosberg down towards turn 4, tries to make a move around the outside. Hamilton's got his covered. He's going to have to go the long way round, forced off the track by his teammate Nico Rosberg, but there was no contact made, and it's Hamilton that leads them down the hill.
Yes, and they were both pointing at each other on the grid. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. But Lewis got the better secondary phase to the start and obviously got the right place into turn 1. Perez will have an awfully bad flat-spotted right front tyre. He's got to carry that now until the first stop. Contact
there between Fiat and also Daniel Ricciardo a little bit later on. That Force India is locking up hugely of Nico Hülkenberg. Down into turn 10 they go, but it's Hamilton, Rosberg, Massa and Perez, and then Button and Bottas and Jean-Eric Vergne had a coming together as well, and looked severe damage to his rear right tyre.
Yeah, hopefully that's just a puncture, but he's got an awful long way to go to get to the pit. So tremendous start then for Felipe Massa, and as expected, Fernando Alonso has passed Kimi Raikkonen. Vettel really ought to release Ricciardo on different tyres.
A different strategy completely.
Correct.
That smacks of team orders though, Martin. It's very difficult sometimes, isn't it, to allow your teammate past even though you are a completely different strategy.
So now he's got DRS. Renault versus Renault.
We're losing time like this. Understood, mate, understood. We're going to decide what to do.
Exactly.
Sebastian, let Daniel go through, please. Daniel is quicker than you. Let him by, please.
And he has.
Yep, had a feeling that might be going on.
Threading his way through those Hülkenberg, and here comes Nico Rosberg into turn 1 for the lead. This Rosberg against Hamilton. Hamilton fights back. Rosberg has to concede the lead within a matter of meters. But Hamilton, was he caught unaware? Could he see Rosberg coming? He didn't manage to fend him off at the first time, but got the place straight back again.
Rosberg had DRS, of course, but he got in a little bit too hot into the braking zone. He'll refine that by 2 or 3 meters next time he gets a chance, and that confirms to me that Nico Rosberg is sitting there with fractionally the better combination.
So that DRS.
Help yourself. Lewis is perfectly entitled to swing back, knowing that Nico's compromised on a tight line, but they got so close to touching, which would have punctured Lewis's left rear and taken the wing off. Yeah, it was a little bit aggressive from Lewis, but
it was for the lead.
Yeah, well, exactly. It is, you know, it's the World Championship as well. They're fighting over.
And Toto Wolff going grayer by the meter.
There we go again.
I think at the moment as Hamilton, Rosberg part 2, and he's going to try up the inside again. Rosberg, he's got DRS, and this time Lewis Hamilton locks up as well as Nico Rosberg. Now, does that give Rosberg the chance to keep hold of the lead? Looks to me like it does as they move up the hill now. Hamilton just couldn't get the traction to fight right back, but he's now going to get the slipstream, and towards turn 4 we go. Towards the outside of the track, Hamilton is pushed. Rosberg makes his move around that right-hander. Hamilton now trying to fight back down the hill. This is where Rosberg went off on the first lap. This is where Hamilton on lap 19 regains the lead back again. Whoa!
Brilliant driving. I thought Lewis might wait for the DRS next time round. He's too impatient for that. He wants that position back, and good wheel-to-wheel action. They're brilliant wheel-to-wheel action, but they're getting perilously close to damaging each other's cars.
If I was Toto Wolff, I'd be asking for one of these two to take a pit stop in the very near future, because this is just going to run on and on. This is like Froch Groves. This is brilliant. As we see great overtaking from Hamilton, we see Jules Bianchi given a drive-through penalty for causing a collision.
He was in there a touch late, but I think he was making a bona fide overtake. They've decided it was too late. But this, of course, is all about track position and who gets to come in first for the undercut. And presumably the leader, Hamilton, can do that.
And here we can see how much energy they've used in terms of the ERS supply for this lap. We can see as well their fuel target in the race and the lap in terms of percentage, and they are well within the green, which is good news. And into the pits finally comes Lewis Hamilton.
And get that extra lap for the undercut on the fresh tyres. Good stop. You see that orange light above his head? That means that his ERS is fully connected and running safely and properly. So Lewis should, providing he doesn't get a bunch of traffic, should comfortably be
There's a 20-second gap, isn't there, between the two?
There's 23 to make a stop, plus what Lewis has gained on this lap. So Nico Rosberg is going to come out 3-4 seconds down, but with slightly fresher tyres.
And he's going to put the medium compound tyre on for this stint as well.
Is that what, I think that's what Lewis put on, is it not?
I think Lewis is on the soft, to be honest, Martin. Just looking at it, yes he is, as he flashed past our control. So they've split the strategy down at Mercedes.
Yeah, you're right, sorry.
So Rosberg, they obviously think Rosberg can stay close enough to Hamilton here. Heading down the main straight to finish lap 27. Felipe Massa ahead of Sergio Perez, ahead of Nico Hülkenberg, and there's all those marbles offline that you were talking about, Martin.
Dangerously close to 2 moves there from Felipe Massa.
Jenson Button, we saw complaining about his DRS, but he's actually moved past Fernando Alonso, is locking up Daniel Ricciardo going into turn 1. Meanwhile, turn 4, Perez all over Felipe Massa again, and look, he's trying the same move on Massa as he did on his teammate Hülkenberg, and once again they get close but they don't touch, and once again Perez flexes his way past and shows his muscles and says thank you, I'll have that place. Perez now from Massa, from Hülkenberg.
And Hülkenberg will fancy better traction from turn 8 and over the top of the hill. Can he then make the place as well? Side by side into 9 and then 10 follows immediately, and indeed he does. That's the second time he's played that better inside line traction. Gets himself well out of shape through the exit though, and has that allowed Felipe Massa to come back at him? It has indeed.
He's going to have to go up the inside, Felipe Massa. It's not really a heavy braking zone into this left-hander, and that might just have helped Nico Hülkenberg a bit.
Slippery as ice up there as well, up the inside of turn 11.
Well, Perez practiced that move, didn't he, on his teammate, and then he did it once again to Felipe Massa on that occasion. Now, this was Daniel Ricciardo going into turn 1 on Kimi Raikkonen. Locks up, Raikkonen sees him coming, and who emerges out in front, because they go wheel to wheel, and then from behind the Crown Prince's tower even, it's Raikkonen out in front.
Well, Ricciardo had to turn and he'd outbraked himself. He had to turn it into an overtaking move. Was it all his only option? And luckily, he had a driver of the quality of Kimi Raikkonen alongside him, who has enough awareness to see all that unfolding.
And while that's happening, Raikkonen's teammate Fernando Alonso pits Felipe Massa after losing that place to Perez. Pits as well. Medium tyres going on Fernando Alonso's car and on Ricciardo's at the moment. And battle resumed once more with Raikkonen. He's going to try around the outside, try and slingshot his way through with some decent traction out of turn 8. He's gaining on the Ferrari as they rise over the crest. Raikkonen locks up.
It's a tough place to be trying to overtake. We've seen it happening, but you've got to be edging ahead before you go over the blind crest there. DRS assisted.
Just wants about another 100 metres of straight there, doesn't he, Ricciardo?
Yeah, Raikkonen's got himself wide, but he can sweep back now. This should be flat out right-hander. He'll have to lift coming at it from that angle, but there's not enough straight afterwards for Ricciardo. And he's better now to keep it neat and tidy, follow him down here. And he can just back off a little bit in the last corner, get a good slingshot out and use the DRS down the pit straight.
Well, let's see who emerges out in front by the time we get to turn 2 on this occasion. Kimi Raikkonen in 9th place, Daniel Ricciardo in 10th. We've had 2 very strong races for Red Bull so far this season, yet to score a point though in this season, and running just in the points at the moment and just too far away. Why are they showing the blue flags to Kimi Raikkonen down there? That was last week.
Yeah, and he showed blue flags to people being lapped.
So, let's have a look here at the top 10 as we continue this battle with Raikkonen and Ricciardo. It's Hamilton now 7.5 seconds clear and lapping about 2/10 faster than Rosberg in the last 5 or 6 laps. Then Perez a long way back, 22 seconds. They've almost built up a pit stop.
So, Nico, the pace of the prime and the option is closer than we expected.
Which might not be good news. if you're Nico Rosberg wanting to use that extra pace from the soft compound, the option tyre, in his final stint.
I think what that's about, that radio call, Crofty, is do you want to stay on them? You want to put them on again and try and go a bit further? We're only just over half distance.
He's only pitted the once. Now, talking of pit stops, Bottas has pitted twice, and he's now joining this duel between Raikkonen and Ricciardo. Bottas down in 9th place at the moment, and with Alonso pitting twice and Bottas pitting twice, let's just move these two up. Raikkonen now 7th, Ricciardo now 8th. Force India's maintaining about an 8/10 gap between them in 3rd and 4th. Jenson Button lapping about the same pace as the Force Indias, 3.8 seconds down in 5th. Then comes Sebastian Vettel. They're the Williams of Bottas now having a go at Daniel Ricciardo, who moves over onto the marbles and the dust, trying to cover him, and then Raikkonen puts on the brakes, and Bottas very much caught out there. Was that Raikkonen braking early or Lifton coasting at the end of the straight? Either way, Bottas did very well to avoid contact between the Williams and the Ferrari.
Could be either what you said, or he might have been busy looking in his mirror to see if Ricciardo was coming back at him.
And here's Maldonado coming out of the pits straight into Esteban Gutierrez, and you're right. Just flipped over.
Whoa, what was that?
So Maldonado. I would have thought it's more likely to be tyre against tyre face, personally, but we'll take a look. Replay then.
The double shuffle?
Yeah, the quick turnaround, plenty of time. And this is going to get very interesting, isn't it? So, Nico got a brand new set of the faster tyres. Now, hello, we got a problem here for Magnussen.
Here we have, he stopped on the side of the circuit, and that's his race done as well.
Green light above his head means that the energy recovery system is switched off and safe.
And right up to the checkered flag, let's hope they can go racing here as we can get going once more. Safety car pulls away and the cars fly down the main straight towards about 200 miles an hour. It's Lewis Hamilton ahead of Nico Rosberg. Behind, Nico Hülkenberg is having a go at Sergio Perez into turn 1. The Force Indias get close. Hülkenberg has to concede as Perez protects that 3rd place ahead of Jenson Button, then Sebastian Vettel and Daniel Ricciardo, and after Ricciardo it's Massa and Bottas. But here come the two Mercedes into turn 4. It's Rosberg and Hamilton going wheel to wheel. Is that Rosberg squeezing his way? Is that Hamilton squeezing his way? It's Hamilton just in the lead from Nico Rosberg, but he is hanging on to the coattails of Lewis Hamilton. Sergio Perez has got a gap to his teammate around 9/10. Now here goes Daniel Ricciardo towards the inside into turn 1 and Sebastian Vettel. Vettel and Ricciardo, who's coming out on top of Red Bull? It's Daniel Ricciardo into turn 1. Vettel will fight this back as they make their way up the hill, but Ricciardo, no locking up, late braking, got the move done, but he's going to have to survive. Sebastian Vettel coming back at him again as into turn 4 we go. Ricciardo's got the inside line, it serves him well, but can Vettel now get him as they head back down the hill once more and towards turn 8? He's certainly not giving up, the world champion, but Ricciardo, with a bit of tape fluttering from that rear wing, puts in a ticker tape overtaking move.
That's a big statement from the young Aussie, and I know our fans we're talking to in Australia will have loved that one as well. And it lays down the gauntlet, doesn't it? As yet again, he's had some incredibly bad luck, as Daniel Ricciardo, but he shows consistently he's got everything he needs to take the fight to Sebastian Vettel, and today more.
That will be certainly some podium as on board with Nico Rosberg. Into the first turn we go. Is this the lead now for Rosberg? Hamilton manages to stay ahead. There's no team orders going on the Mercedes.
Rosberg will be way, way quicker out of turn 2. He can get on the throttle, but Hamilton's covered the inside line. And those stickier tyres for Rosberg giving him better traction too. Will he leave him any space?
He's gone off the track. He's gone completely off the track, Nico Rosberg, but he's certainly not given up yet. He now has to, as Hamilton slots back into the lead again.
Wow. So Lewis is having to be very clever on positioning his car, and clearly the race is still on, but no quarter given. Quarter was asked by Paddy Lowe, and well, Lewis is doing a stellar job on those tyres, because they must be half a second a lap slower than the ones that Rosberg's on.
So here comes Rosberg again with DRS into turn 11. Just shows Lewis Hamilton that he's there. Not that Hamilton had completely forgot about that, of course, and they disappear up towards the highest part of the circuit once more. On lap 52 of 57 here, and a lead that is under threat for Lewis Hamilton through no fault of his own. He built up a good gap. The safety car took that margin away, and now Rosberg wants to take victory away from him. It's the two Mercedes boys scrapping for it. The Silver Arrows going for gold here in Bahrain. As onto the main straight we go once more, and it's DRS time as that gap gets opened up and the speed increases for Nico Rosberg, but not for Lewis Hamilton. 5 laps to go. Hamilton our race leader. Rosberg in second, gaining all the time. Little bit too far back, but he's going to go for it down the inside. Has he outbraked himself? Yes, he has. Lewis Hamilton comes back into the lead once more.
Yeah, didn't think he would make the braking zone there. That was incredibly late, but it's like last time. He just needs to adjust that by a couple of meters, and he'll get the journey. He needs to park it on the apex, so Lewis can't get on the throttle.
Or he needs to catch him out in a place where Lewis Hamilton isn't quite expecting it. Might be on the way down into turn 8 here as we ride on board with Rosberg, who won the first race of the season. Ahead of him, Hamilton, who won the second race of the season, and no one knows who's going to win the third race just yet. Behind these two, Perez, 14 seconds now further back. Hulkenberg, 2.5 seconds back from Perez, and Ricciardo on Hulkenberg's tail, as Rosberg is on Hamilton's tail once more, and he's going to have to stay there for a few corners more.
Lewis is on autopilot in terms of going forwards. He's looking much more in his mirrors than he is out the front of the car, and he has to be.
But out in front, Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg have just rounded the final turn, and Mercedes are going to make it back-to-back 1-2s. It's Lewis Hamilton who once again wins the Grand Prix. Hamilton triumphs in Bahrain from his teammate Nico Rosberg, and it is smiles all round of both celebration and relief in equal measure. They're waiting to start the podium party down at Force India, but Sergio Perez is going to have to hang on and hold off Ricciardo for one more time, and he does so to finish in third. Ricciardo, who started 13th on the grid, takes a brilliant 4th place ahead of Hulkenberg, and then Vettel, and then Massa ahead of Bottas, ahead of Alonso, ahead of Raikkonen. Ferrari score points, but it's only 3 in this Bahrain Grand Prix. The fireworks started from the moment the lights out to the moment the checkered flag came out, and for a 900th Formula One World Championship Grand Prix, that was an absolute corker.
A little strong enough.